Okay, let's see how this video goes. I wanted to document my experience this time around for my Achilles recovery. A little back history. Back in 2021, I tore my left Achilles. It was the training before competition at the 2021 World Championships that was in Baku. So that one was a very traumatic experience because it happened at a really important competition. I didn't get to compete, and it was just like overall, it was just a bad experience. We were out of the country when my injury happened the first time around. I didn't have surgery, I think 2 weeks after the initial injury. So it was a long time that I was just there with a torn Achilles. And then I think I was just in a darker place at that time, back in 2021 when I tore my left Achilles. So it was not a fun time. Woke up from the surgery in like severe pain. I felt like I could like feel the whole incision. It was just overall bad. And I was like, oh, thank goodness I don't have to ever do this again. I've just learned so much about myself, my mindset in the sport and things like that. It's hard when you come back from an injury that people deem as like career ending. And I came back from my left Achilles. I made a world's team and I competed at worlds. I was a part of the team that got a bronze medal. So many good things happened. I found like my love for the sport, the feeling of accomplishing something and overcoming your fears from an injury that was pretty significant and going back to, an international competition. It's like you're going back and you're proving to yourself that you can do it and you can still do it. It was literally just the best feeling ever coming back from that. It was hard because you constantly have this fear from doing a skill or like doing a sport that like has injured you before. Whatever. Anyways, fast forward to this past season. Like my left ankle was doing really good. Achilles felt strong. So then my right ankle started having like some slight pain. I wouldn't even call it pain. It was like tightness, like soreness. If you kind of just overworked a muscle, it's just kind of like what it felt like. Some days it would hurt a little bit more. Some days it would feel great and I didn't hurt at all. At meet specifically, it didn't hurt at all. And I had some pretty good crashes this past season. Just short landings that just, they hurt my ankles, but I was able to get back up and keep going. I got injured on May 30th. It was a Thursday. I was at practice. I took off for my first double layout and I was like, oh, it actually felt really good. I was like, but it kind of hurt. I'm like, and I don't like this feeling because I felt this before. I have felt this feeling. I could just feel where it felt sore. But when I kept my calves loose and everything else around it, I couldn't feel that spot. So it would come and go. With sport, you just push through injuries and it's just what you do. If I stopped for every inkling of pain, I wouldn't be, where I'm at, I think now, as far as my sport and the success I've had in the sport. If I had stopped for every ounce of pain that I had, that's just the nature of sport. You risk yourself and your body, and you risk getting injured. It's just how it goes. Back to that practice, I took off for my first double and I was like, ooh, I actually don't really like the way that this feels right now. This is a little bit more sore than usual, but I've tumbled through worse. So let's just go again. And I was like, let me go put my calf sleeve on just to make sure my calves kind of stay loose. And then I go up for my second pass and I went a little bit harder. Immediately just on the takeoff, I just felt my Achilles go. Sitting there just thinking, you've got to be kidding me. I have to go through this again. And the first time was not easy. It is not easy. I'm past the first week post-surgery. So after I got hurt on May 30th, or went into Instacare, got it stabilized with a splint. And then Monday I had a doctor's appointment, Tuesday I had the surgery. So it happened a lot faster than the first one. So I'm already through my first week of recovery and I have a clearer head this time around. I have things that I'm going to do differently, but it just sucks. It
it just sucks. Because, like, you know, you start to question a lot of things. Like, you know, am I meant for this? Like, am I meant to do this? Like, I've been tumbling and doing gymnastics since I was 3 years old. And the older you get, you just start to think, like, okay, is it time to be done? There's always a part of me that's like, but, like, why should I? You know? I've come back from this. I've done this before, and it's like this time around it's gonna be, if it already feels different, you know, my head feels a lot more clear than the time before. I have a good support system, and they're like, you can do this, you know, if you want it, like, you can do it, like, you can come back because you've done it before. We'll see, you know, when that time comes. Try to do updates just to document this for myself and hopefully for other people who are going through injuries and kind of wonder why, like, these things happen. There's never really an answer. I was searching for an answer last time I tore my Achilles. Of, like, why did this happen to me? Like, why me? Like, you just can't do that. Like, just literally can't do that, because you get into this, like, dark hole that you feel like you can't get out of. You're just sitting there with your thoughts, thinking about every single possibility that can come from this. And the first time around was, man, do I actually want to do this sport? Do I actually want to try to come back? Because I know it's going to be hard. Do I really want to do this? And seeing there's other girls who tore their Achilles and had injuries, and they were just coming back a lot faster than I was. So it's like the comparing yourself to other people and other people's bodies that are different. It's hard. I got through it the first time, and this time I just have more clarity, and I have goals outside of this sport. I felt that was important to figure out, of like, what do I want outside of the sport? What do I want for myself? So I have, like, career goals, I have travel goals, I have other things that I want to live for. If I do choose, and when I choose, you know, to go back to it in whatever capacity that looks like, I will be fine. I'll get there. I know I do want to tumble. I don't just want to not flip my body ever. So I do want to tumble, in whatever capacity that looks like is what it's going to be. I just know that whenever I put my head to something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to accomplish it. And I think I have to just hold on to that. Like, at the end of the day, I can do anything that I set my mind to. I've done it before, so, like, why can't I do it again, you know? But it's been the first week, and I can tell you kind of, like, what my week has looked like. So I had surgery on Tuesday, June 4th, I believe. The surgery was so much better than the last one. I made sure to hydrate the day before, and they said I could have clear liquids up until 2 hours prior to surgery. They were like, Sprite, juice, water. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be drinking water, because last time I was, like, dehydrated going into it. So pre-surgery, I drank so much water, and I'd stopped eating at 11 p.m. the night before. You know, the staff was wonderful. Just chilling there for a little bit. They took me back. I was out, and I just remember waking up to eating goldfish and drinking apple juice. So that was fine. I felt a little bit nauseous before I left, so they gave me some, like, nausea medicine, like a little tablet. And then I was fine. I was ready to get out. Got out of the hospital, and then had some food. It was like 4 or 5 p.m. I got back home, and I just elevated my leg, took my drugs, and just hung out. Have been watching Dance Moms. I played with some slime, colored in the coloring book I got. For the days before my surgery, I went out to the pool. I was just trying to not be in such a dark place this time, and I wasn't, fortunately. Like, Becky, my coach, like, she's just so supportive, and we went over to her house. She cooked us dinner before surgery. All my friends have just been helping me, you know, getting me food, taking my stuff away. Like, it's just been really great. Yeah, so the first week just kind of has been not doing much. I really actually do want to start exercising when I'm done taking, like, the heavier drugs.
I'll start doing that. But I've been doing like just knee to chest just to keep the blood flowing, and some leg raises, stretching when I can because my right hip gets tight. This is what I'm in. And the hardest things right now are going to the bathroom and taking a shower. The worst things, I hate it. I feel like I'm gonna fall over every single time I go to the bathroom. I had to change the shower head because I would not have been able to take a proper shower. That was super important. I put a trash bag over my cast thing. Yeah, I do the best I can. So today was hair wash day. But other than that, I'm working on my nutrition program for like my online fitness coaching. We're just taking it day by day. And that's really the only thing I can do. I've cried, as you can see. I've just cried. I've journaled, and I'm just ready to move forward. Like, I'm ready to get past these first 2 weeks, get put into a boot, and I'm gonna utilize the things that I didn't before in my other rehab. I'm a lot more motivated this time. Get into PT, hit it, and progress, as my body will let me progress. My main goals are going to be using the pool a lot more often. I didn't do that last time. It was winter time, so it was kind of hard to do that. So like now it's summer, so just like getting in the pool and just like trying to work a little bit more on the range of motion, and then walking whenever it's time for me to walk. So I'm going to do that. Setting goals of like nutrition, like really trying to hone down on my nutrition just to get my body like the nourishments that it needs. Over this past week, to be honest, I've tried to just eat like anything that sounds good, but definitely doing better on my nutrition to help my healing process, and then figuring out other ways to exercise because I didn't do any of that last time. Yeah, if you're going through an injury like me, hit me up on Instagram or in the comments, because it's hard. It sucks so much. There is nothing easy about this. And I wish I could sugarcoat it and be like, you know what, it's fine, it's okay, we'll get through it. No, it sucks. Like, it actually sucks. I was talking to one of the psychologists, just like trusting in the process and knowing that it's all going to pass. I had a lot of anxiety going into surgery, and she was like, express your concerns on what happened last time. Just know that it'll all be over with. So all of this will be over with. I have so many things planned this summer. I have to be ready for it. I'm going to Paris. I'm going to see Taylor Swift in Austria. I have a cruise. We have concerts I need to go to. I need to be ready to be in the pit. So yeah, that's just what's going on right now, and I'm here to document it and talk to myself. But keep me in your thoughts and prayers that this process goes by a lot faster than last time. Throughout this recovery process, I feel like I'm just gonna come back because I've been through it before, and I'm gonna know what to expect. I'm gonna take that and just run with it. Just encourage myself. I think that's probably the best way to put it, because like being positive, like it's easier said than done. Just wanting a good outcome from this. I'm looking at going to get an iWalk crutch. I have a scooter, so I'm using that to get around too, and the crutches, as you can see. But an iWalk crutch is like where you like stand up and you put your knee, and it's basically like a peg leg kind of thing. Apparently people love those, so I'm gonna get that, and I'm so excited. I'll be going to nationals. We leave on June 20th. I'm going to watch, and then probably also just to salute, like because I am on national team, we'll see. Yeah, I'm just gonna go because I don't want to be home. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna end it here then. Oh yeah, my follow-up appointment for my doctor is Monday the 17th. I should be out of this thing and into a boot, which I think means that I can eventually, I think, sleep without the boot. So just sleep in my, I'm so excited for that. I'm literally, I already don't like, I just don't like being in this. I just don't like this situation, Enough of the ranting. Okay, well, see you guys next time. We'll see what I have next for week 2.